I think I have found a unicorn. Yes, it's another InfoGlobe. But this one, I think it's the unicorn of all the InfoGlobes. I think this one is the multicolored. I know it's a multicolor. And it runs all its multicolors. I don't know why. I don't know what's different. But I'm going to investigate how and why this particular one runs through its colors. Red, green, and blue. Now this one's a little beat up. Because this one came from Plebe. So this is one of them deals where you go to the, you contact the seller and you say, okay, I'll give you this price because it's a little beat up. And they either accept or reject your bid. So they rejected mine promptly because it was, the guy wanted like $40 for this thing. And it's beat up. I mean, it's got big time scratches on it, and it looks like it hit the asphalt a couple of times. Yeah, it's beat up. And I says, this thing is pretty in rough shape, and I want it because I want the guts out of it. Because I'm going to put it in a better housing. It's going to go in a better home than what it's in now. But this is the unicorn one. So I'm going to make sure there's no batteries in it. And there is. "2017. You think they're dead? I think they're dead. I know they're dead because the guy had it running on his when he put pictures up, so they're dead. But at least they didn't leak. Not that it would matter in this situation, because the housing is going to go bye-bye. That's amazing they didn't leak. Do they got any power? No. Probably not. I doubt it. Nope, they're stone dead. They're stone dead and they didn't leak. That's a miracle. Because I had one. They had a little bit of power in them, but they were leaking. The green one. The green one was leaking bad. So, that being said, and of course with this one, I really don't care if I break the latches. Once I figure out where they are. Where are you? Or this one. It's kind of like my green one, where it's never been opened, so it's going to be tough to open it. But before we do all that garbage, let's plug this in and see what it does. See if we got any weird menu items. So I'll plug in my testing thing here. We're going to plug this old girl in. You didn't go to 9 volts yet. There you go. Red, green. It went from red to green. There's blue. Love it. Because you probably can't see that good. Ooh, you see that? Blue to red. I got the unicorn. I want to know why this does this when there's other blue ones out there that are TriColor and they won't go through their colors at very best at random, like Jay's. Now Jay says that most of the time his ran on blue, but every once in a while he would see it displaying in red. Now, I got the same one, and there is clearly no menu to make it do what it does. So as you can see, I got a unicorn. I love it. This thing is cool. So as I was going on, I was telling the story. Contacted the seller, because he had a set price. It was $39.99, right? So I contacted him with a bid. So I gave him a bid of $20. Not including the shipping because it's a service, so you're gonna get screwed over that anyway. So I says, I'm gonna give you $20, and because the thing is in rough condition. I mean, aesthetically, I couldn't even polish it out because some of these scratches are so deep in the base of it. It looks like it fell on the roadway. He's got road rash. So the guy rejected my offer. Thing sat there for at least a week or so, and then all of a sudden I get a counter offer. So he wanted $35 for it. I never responded back. So I think about maybe 10 days after that elapsed, I says, what the hell? It's still on there? I says, I'll give him another offer. $25. And I left a little note. My final offer, I'm not going to give you $1 more. I says, he can sit and rot for all I care. He accepted it. So $25 plus the shipping. So I got a unicorn. And this unicorn is going to definitely be going into a better housing than this one. It might even go into a blue globe. Because it's cool as hell. But the question is, why? Why does this one got the unicorn in it? Why does this one go through all its colors? Why? Now, it's not even that. You can't even get any documentation of why it does this. And why the other one, like the one I got and the one that Jay's got, it's got the same rotating arm on it with the 3-color LED chips on it, but it don't do anything. It's completely at random. I'm gonna figure out why visually to see if there's any different circuitry in there, because maybe it's one of them secret things where maybe a resistor or a capacitor or something like that, or a combination gives power to the microcontroller in some way, shape, or form, and maybe it brings up a menu. I don't know. Of course, as you've seen, I don't have any a manual for this, so don't know. I don't know why. So let's unplug this because I want to open it now. Turn that back on because it's got the same exact board on it. Because you would figure out, you would say, go, hey, dummy, you got to take the screws out so you can get that little extra, so you can open this pig. And this is a, they got the numbers on it. Model number OL3000.2. But guess what? When you Google search or eBay search 3000.2 with an OL in the front, guess what? You get a mixed bag of the solid colors and the I would say the dumb TriColors, and then the unicorn. Just gotta work it, girl. Well, you really want to hang on. So as you could, I don't know if you could see through the can. Oh yeah. This globe's in really rough shape. So that's why I says, I don't want to give you a lot of money for this. So as you can see, it's a TriColor. Just like Jay's and like mine that I got, but ours are dumb. This one's not. So that's interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. So let me get to my dumb InfoGlobe and see what's different. So I know on the box, if you can find one that's for sale with the box like this, on the sides, it's going to have a little color wheel somewhere on it. It's going to have the red, the green, and the blue. It's a little color wheel. And that's all I can decipher of when you got a unicorn. Because this one is the dumb one. This one's got the board on it, but it's different. Okay, we got that. So, anything on the arm that is different? Got the same resistors. That's the same. That's the same. That's all the same. So I don't see anything different on the rotating arm. So let's see. We got 003, 003, 94, 94 VO, 94 VO, 3605, 2906. Okay, they're different numbers. So the only thing that's different is the number. .470 ohm resistors. 470 ohm resistors. So maybe could be very well the different programming on the blob on chip. So we'll take the arms off. See if there's any difference in the main board. So the IRs are the same. These are the little nicer ones because they got the little, kind of like a holder. Because some of them they got it's literally just glued to the motor. Whoa, there you go. Button bar. Tell me your secrets. Tell me your secrets. As far as I know, they look exactly the same. So it's gotta be just firmware. Because the only difference between these two is this chip right here is out in the open, and this one is blob. So that's the only difference I see. And if that's the main controller, really the only way that you can tell the difference. I mean, you'd have to have you'd have to read the code off the chip. So that's my best guess, is just chip differences, microcontroller differences. So that's kind of sucky. But there's got to be some kind of menu. And that's my best guess. There's got to be a menu on here to on the unicorn to tell it something. Because this is the same thing, the dumb blue colored one. It's a 3000.2. So it's got to be microcontroller. Because this is all the same. Ba 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 da ba. Just a microcontroller. Of course, it'd be really cool if you could figure out which is the correct microcontroller and clone it, and then find a chip and scrape that blob on garbage off the PCB and put that real chip on there to make all the wannabe TriColors all unicorns. But that's what I'm going to name it for the rest of its life. It's going to be the unicorn. So I've seen a couple of unicorns on eBay, and they were the stupid prices, well over $100. And the only difference between the boxes, when the people had pictures of the boxes, was that the color wheel. That probably looks better outside camera. So I turn the flipping light off. We got blue. Then comes the red. There's the green. So, that was intelligent. Let's see if there's any menu differences. I think the one IR was out of whack too. So, back to the menu. Let's see, erase memory, on off, set message, set daylight, saving time, set date, format, set time mode, set time, set date time, set color. Set color. Okay. Color. Color alternating. So it is a menu. Set color. Color alternating. Color 3. Color 2. Color 1. Alternating. Okay, it's a menu. It is a menu. It's the very last one. So when you got the CID list, you got the erase memory, set on off time, set message, set DST, set date format, set time mode, set date time, set color. So it's a menu item. But there's got to be it's either a microcontroller or there's got to be a component that sets the menu. Now the question is why? Why does the blue ones, like this one, why does this have the TriColor but there's no menu? Why? And the only difference that I can tell is that on this one, it's a blob over chip, and that one has a physical stand-up microcontroller on the pads on the board. That's the only differences I can tell, other than the different number on the board here. But it's the same board. It's got the same resistors. It's got the same colors. Everything on this board is the same as the dumb one. I don't know. I'm going to have to investigate deeper to see if there's any kind of maybe different resistor value. It could be very well just that. Maybe there's a different resistor value on something that brings that code up, that extra menu. Because sometimes with these radios, these two-way radios, that's all you got to do is snip a resistor and it opens up the radio, or brings up frequencies that weren't originally designed for it. So that's it for the unicorn video here. I'm gonna have to check out them. Definitely have to check out them solder joints, make sure I didn't break them. And we'll check you. We'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.